Hey, this is Matt once again coming at you with another random video. This is actually inspired by I typed on Facebook a little while ago, not knowing what to do next for videos. And a few people mentioned this topic. What about films that you used to like but now hate? And films that you used to hate but now like? And I wrote down a couple, so it might not be a long video. To be honest, usually with me, if I like a film, I like the film for the long haul. You know, the films I reviewed on here, if I like it, I've liked it many times down the road throughout the years. Same with movies I hate. I still hate Cabin in the Woods, I still hate Prometheus, still hate The Dark Knight Rises, still hate quite a few films, and I still love quite a few films. But yeah, I wrote down some. I'm sure I'll be missing some because I can't remember every single one. I've seen hundreds and hundreds of movies, folks, so forgive me. So let's start with movies that I used to hate or dislike, but now I like, now I enjoy. Again, I'm sure I'm missing some, but these are off the top of my head. Number one, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. I remember being like, oh, it's a remake, and you know, I liked it when I first saw it, but then it's like, yeah, it's a remake and being influenced by other people. This is like a year after it came out, because it came out 2003 or such. Oh yeah, everyone else they said, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But then it's like, well, wait a minute. Saw it on DVD a year after that, so it'd be what 2000? I forget what year. I'm like, you know what? No, I don't mind this remake. The original I prefer, and Chainsaw Master 2 with Dennis Hopper, but I actually don't mind this remake. Sue me. So there you go. Soldier with Caruso, I remember being off and on, like in and out with Soldier. I'm like, he doesn't do much hunting. I wish there was more action. I wish there was more ass kicking by Caruso. And the third act, I wish he had more gunfights, gun battles. But then when I watched it again a few years ago, I'm like, you know what? This is a really good flick by Paul Wow Stallion Anderson. Soldier's a good flick. You know, Caruso is a badass. J. Scott Lee. Caruso acting with limited vocabulary because of the characters playing. And it's a simple, straightforward plot of a soldier left on a planet, you know, kicking ass. And despite the CGI and special effects of being in a future, being on another world, the basic is sort of an old school, I'm gonna kill them all, as Kurt Russell's character says. I'm gonna fuck them up, Rambo style. So, and to see Kurt Russell in that kind of role, and probably the best shape of his career at the time, Soldier's a fun movie. But that's one that I used to be like, I'm not sure. I was disappointed in it. Watch it again, I'm like, I really liked it. Another, which this will play off into the films I used to like. Back in the day, I used to like Red Planet and not like Mission to Mars. I don't know why. Maybe because back when I was I don't know if I say kid, I felt like Mission to Mars I did not gravitate towards to. Because Mission to Mars is more trying to be a little bit like 2001 Space Odyssey in that area. I'm not saying it rises to the ranks, although I really do enjoy Mission to Mars, but that's the direction it's going. It's not a thriller. Red Planet seemed like it's trying to be more of a thriller horror movie a little bit, and that's more my theme. I'll do that when I talk about Red Planet because rewatching it. But when I rewatched Mission to Mars and I reviewed it here on the channel, the review is still up. I really liked Mission to Mars. I thought Gary Sinise and Tim Robbins did a great job. You had Don Cheadle, Jerry O'Connell, great cast. Great, wonderful score by, I believe, Ennio Morricone. Pretty decent direction by Brian De Palma. I thought the ending was sweet. Don Cheadle's last line for Gary Sinise's character. If I said Gary Busey, I meant to say Gary Sinise. Gary Sinise's character. Like, have a good ride, man. I thought that was sweet. I like the idea of the plot. I like it more than it was in fucking Prometheus. Just think about it. What's Mission to Mars and Prometheus? Both life on Earth is from somewhere else. We gotta go there. But Mission to Mars actually gave you answers. Prometheus gave you shit to eat, but I don't like to eat shit. And Mission to Mars, I saw it again and really liked it. The Sixth Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I remember when I first saw that back around 2000 or such when it came out. And it was right after End of Days that I saw End of Days in the theater, and I loved it. Loved it in the theater. Loved End of Days to this day. It's one of my favorite Schwarzenegger movies. It was R-rated, kick-ass, Guns N' Roses on the soundtrack. And then you get to the Sixth Day, and I'm like, it's PG-13, and seems neutered. Seems like, okay, it's a sci-fi movie, but it's not as badass as Total Recall or The Running Man or the first Terminator film. But then when I rewatch it, I'm like, Sixth Day, pretty decent flick. I still think it should have been rated R. I think that does hamper it. But it has a good cast. Not only Schwarzenegger, but you have Michael Rappaport, you got Terry Crews, you have Michael Rooker, you have you have oh, what's his name? Robert Duvall. And it has decent special effects, and the plot moves at a good pace, and it's fun entertainment. It's not that bad of a movie watching it again. The Sixth Day. Another one would be Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters. I don't know why. For the first time I saw it, I went. I guess I was thinking it was going to be more old school special effects all the way through and less CGI. I thought it was going to be more akin to, say, Dog Soldiers, which it wasn't. But then I picked up the DVD, or did someone send me the DVD? I think maybe someone sent me the DVD, actually, now that I think about it. And I watched it again. I'm like, Jeremy Renner's pretty good, as well as, I forget the other actress's name. It is a quite gory film. It's pretty fast paced. It's not that long a movie. Has a good chunk of action. I like the big troll type creature that's actually an ally to our main characters. And Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters was actually a pretty fun flick. Not that bad. Another one was Ninja Assassin. Remember when I first saw it, I went, man, all this fucking CGI blood. Why is this blood gotta be CGI? What the shit? But then I saw it again the other day, and I don't know, it kind of, with the aesthetic of the movie, it's like almost a comic book movie, and the style the movie was playing. I didn't mind the lead guy. I thought the action scenes were pretty fun, and yeah, the CGI blood is. I wish it was just practical, but definitely some out there stuff with the ninja, which you don't see nowadays. I wish you would for certain turtles with ninja in the title. I'm like, Ninja Assassin's a lot better than that fucking Michael Bay bullshit. But I just saw it again, and I'm like, this is actually pretty fun. It has some carnage and some ass kickery, and the action scenes were actually fun watching it again. And Ninja Assassin wasn't as bad as I remember. Stallone films The Specialist and Assassins. Now, I reviewed these when I did the Stallone marathon. I wouldn't say I love them 10 out of 10. I do have issues with them, but the specialists and assassins I don't hate compared to stuff Stallone now does nowadays, like Bullet to the Head, Escape Plan, Expendables 2, Expendables 3, Creed, Reach Me, Reach Around, Fuck Around. Looking back, specialists and assassins, not that bad. Driven is that bad. But the specialists and assassins, yeah, I can watch them. And then the last two I have is Van Helsing and League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Around that same time frame. Thought they just used too much CGI. Van Helsing, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy playing? Dracula, he seems kind of fey, like the feyest Dracula of them all. Watch it again, I'm like, you know what? Hugh Jackman's actually pretty good in the role. There is a good chunk of action sequences, and escapism fun, and it's definitely better than like The Mummy with Tom Cruise. I mean, you compare it with The Mummy with Tom Cruise, I'm like, Van Helsing's pretty good. Again, I would have preferred more practical effects than CGI. Like some of the werewolves and stuff are not that good looking. But if I take that out of the equation and Dracula being the face of the mall, ready for him to have a pink scarf around his neck, it wasn't that bad of a movie. You know, seen much worse. And League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, watching it again, I'm like, this isn't so bad that Sean Connery should have retired. Look, I retire after this. You did fucking the Avengers movie where you're dressed as a fucking teddy bear, as one of the fucking Teletubbies, pretty much. Don't blame me, watch that movie. You did fucking the movie where the penis was evil. I mean, if you did that like Zardoz, you did the Avengers and you survived those, you survived Meteor, where it looked like a pile of shit coming towards the Earth. Meteor shits, Avengers with the Teletubby, teddy bears, and fuck was the other one? Zardoz, the penis is evil. You did those movies. Leader of Extraordinary Gentlemen is nowhere near as bad as those three movies. It's cool to see all these characters together. I do think the action could have been handled more competently. Bottom line, I'm like, yeah, it's not that as bad as other movies. Then the one that's in the middle would be the Phantom Menace, because I liked it when I first saw it in the theater, and then as the years come on, it's like, yeah, Jar Jar sucks. Jake Lloyd, he's not good. I still think that. But I'll take the Phantom Menace easily over these new Star Wars movies. Because the Phantom Menace doesn't fuck over Luke, Leia, Han Solo. That's number one. Number two, they have one of the best lightsaber battles in any of the Star Wars movies. I would say the best lightsaber battle. Well, my personal favorite is Return of the Jedi, but that's more of an emotional between Luke and Vader. That's more the emotional core. But for actual choreography, the Phantom Menace and Darth Maul, which I guess has a cameo solo, doesn't make any fucking sense. But Darth Maul, he should have been the main villain in those prequels. And has the best Star Wars score since the original trilogy, the Duel of the Fates alone. So, if I review the Phantom Menace again, that's why I took those Star Wars those prequel rants off, because I'm like, I don't feel this way anymore. Attack of the Clones sucks. I'll say that. The second movie sucks, but the first and the third Star Wars prequels, I don't think they're. I mean, other than no, no, in the third one. And Hayden Christensen can't act for shit. If you take those out of it, they're not as bad as these new Star Wars movies. Rather watch them in Rogue One. Rather watch them than The Last Shithead, The Last Jedi. Now we get to films I used to like, but don't. TMNT from 2007. Now, I will say in retrospect, I don't hate it as much. Okay, let me start over. When I first saw it in the theater, liked it. Loved it. Well, love is a strong word, but I really liked it. Getting to see a new Ninja Turtle movie in the theater. I was waiting for this for years. Wow, there's a new movie. Cool. And then on the big screen again. Then as years come down, I'm like, I don't really love it anymore. I haven't loved it for quite a few years. My Leo's a fucking dickhead. He's a hypocritical shit. You can't go out there and be the night watcher. Even though I did the same shit in the jungle, you can't do it because it's you and I'm better than you. Because that's like the most assholish Leonardo has been in any format. Like Leo's a complete another fucking scumbag who needs his tampons changed. I hate Leonardo in that movie because he's a two-faced, hypocritical fuckface. Mikey and Donnie were given jack shit to do, and they think, all this years later. And then, I hear stuff about the script, about how, Raphael was going to die, then come back, and then Peter Laird didn't want to do that. I'm like, then you should have told Peter Laird shut up or fire me or something, because you didn't go all the way. You should have gone all the way. And then the Stone General villains are lame. I didn't grant. Maybe I don't hate it as much as I did a couple years ago because of these new Michael Bay films. Like 2017 movies, Jesus compared to these new fucking films. These new piece of shit cartoons. But I can't sit here and say I love it, like it. It's still like you could have had something, you blew it. But there's elements I do like of it. But it's just, I loved it when I saw it in the theater. Then I grew to hate, and now it's like, Red Planet. When I first saw it, I'm like, oh, cool, Val Kilmer, and it's sort of a thriller, a little bit of a horror film on Mars. Saw it again a couple years ago. It's pretty fucking boring. It's uneventful. They crash on Mars, and then not much shit happens. There's this bit they're going through like these flowers and shit. There's these beetles that killed Tom Sizemore, whatever the fuck it was. This robot does a couple things. Val Kilmer faces off against it, and then I'm like, shit, that's all that happens? Not fucking much. So Red Planet just didn't hold up well. Really didn't. Val Kilmer's fine. Carrie-Anne Moss is fine, but yeah, the movie itself just didn't. Should have gone more like Predator on Mars, but it didn't. Lost World Jurassic Park 2. When I saw it in the theater, it was around my birthday, way back in 1990. Was it 97? Was it? For some reason, I want to say 97. And it was, I liked it when I saw it in the theater, but then, like I said in my rant on it when I reviewed the Jurassic Park films, it didn't hold up. Jeff Goldblum didn't seem like he has much shit to do, and that was really disappointing because I really liked him in the first movie. I think, looking back, I didn't say this in my rant on it, but I think it was a mistake to give him a daughter and a girlfriend. I think he should have been by himself, so he would have had that more smarmy, smart aleck wit and not have to worry about a loved one in danger. Maybe his ass got tricked. Somehow his ass got tricked to be stuck on the island and he's got to survive. It's like, and while I do like the finale of Jurassic Park 2, leading up to it, it just seemed boring and uneventful, other than when the trailers try and go off the cliff. Other than that, yeah, pretty boring, uneventful movie, in my opinion. Like, I'll give you the T-Rex in the city at the end, but not much. And then the fucking girl doing gymnastics on raptors is fucking stupid. Next up, two Bruce Willis ones. If you follow my channel for years, you'll already know about these two. Two Bruce Willis flicks, Cop Out and A Good Day to Die Hard. They're both films when I first saw them. Cop Out, I'm like, oh cool, I love Kevin Smith. I love his movies. Mallrats, Clerks, Chasing Amy, Dogma. I still love those movies. Oh, and now he's getting to direct a buddy cop action movie. That's cool, and Bruce Willis is in it. And I didn't want to be disappointed. I did not want to be disappointed. I did not want to. And I saw him like, oh, I like Bruce Willis. He's pretty funny. And then I got it on Blu-ray and I rewatched it. I'm like, Tracy Morgan is just so annoying. He's irritating. He's aggravating. I did a rant on it because I reviewed all of Kevin Smith's movies on this channel. I'm glad he's doing better from his heart attack. He did not deserve that at all. The movie itself, it's an unfunny flick. The action is nothing. Very forgettable. Tracy Morgan is irritating. Again, I'm glad he's doing better after what he went through a few years ago, I think. But as an actor, I don't care for him as an actor. I prefer Damon Wayans or Mike Epps. Like Damon Wayans worked with Bruce on Last Boy Scout, much better movie. Mike Epps had a teeny bit in that new Death Wish, but still better than Tracy Morgan. I mean, the title fits. The movie is a cop out. It's a cop out on the entertainment factor. It's a cop out on Last. Doesn't have much. Right, I did get some smiles from Bruce Willis still, but that movie did hold up on watch it on Blu-ray. Same with A Good Day to Die Hard, sadly. I still love the first four Die Hard films. I will still defend Live Free or Die Hard. Yeah, the villain, Timothy Olyphantastic, it's not good. I'll give you that. But the action, I like Justin Long. I like the scope, the spectacle of it. I thought I moved at a good pace. I think the director handled the action very well. I like the idea, the story of it. Dealing with cyber terrorism, which was a different thing for John McClane to deal with. Not the same thing. I still really enjoy that movie. Good Day to Die Hard, I didn't want to hate it because I love all the four previous Die Hard films. I didn't want to hate it. I saw it in the theater. I'm like, hey, Bruce Willis, big action. Even did a video like defending the film, blah blah blah, and then had my friend, we both liked it, and then got it on Blu-ray, and then I'm like, wow, this movie more boring than I remember, and wow, this action, God can't direct shit, can he? And then it's like, oh wow, Bruce Willis is he even playing John McClane? These lines he's saying suck. I think I just got into the mode of I did not want to hate a new Die Hard film. I didn't want to be disappointed in it, but it's a bad movie. And the last two I picked was Spider-Man and Transformers. Spider-Man, when I first saw Spider-Man was Sam Raimi's 2002 flick, liked it because I was into the Spider-Man comics. Sam Raimi, I enjoyed the Evil Dead films. Wow, he's getting a chance to direct a movie. Wow, there's a Spider-Man movie finally. Wow, cool. Nowadays, it's hard for me to watch it because Tobey or not Tobey Maguire acting like Opie Taylor, ready to get to Mayberry to go fishing with Andy Griffith. Ready for, anytime we see Tobey Maguire, you tell Aunt B I want my pies ready. That's what I want to tell to be or not to be Maguire in that fucking film. And I think he's terrible. And I kind of used to give him leniency as Peter Parker, but no, as both he's terrible. As both. He's just too much Opie Taylor. Golly gee, what you got my apple pie? And then Spider-Man, the 5 times he tries quips in all 3 of those movies, they all fail. They'll fucking fall deeper than a fucking porn star doing deep throat. It's just, and the effects don't hold up, and Willem Dafoe looks goofy in that Green Goblin outfit, and then when you see online that there's a cooler looking Green Goblin outfit they could have used, but they didn't because someone was fucking stupid, and it was just corny. That's a film I would use cheesy. I hate the word cheesy, but those Spider-Man films are cheesy. I could use it for those movies. Or at least corny. And Kirsten Dunst is fucking bitchy in those movies. Tell me you love me. But I tell you to suck my dick. Stop being a bitch. And Tobey Maguire just doesn't work, man. Spider-Man 2, at least there's some decent action sequences, and Alfred Molina is good as Doc Ock, but the third one fucking awful, and the first one just doesn't hold up for me. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Even the score sucks. I never the score to Spider-Man is it's not memorable. It's not like the Superman theme or the Batman theme. I can't fucking think of the Spider-Man theme to hum. I can think of the Flash TV show from the '90s to hum. Spider-Man? Fuck no. And then the other one, Transformers. Yes, I used to like the first 2 Transformer movies. Did not grow up with the cartoon. Liked Shia LaBeouf as an actor because I liked Disturbia. I liked Eagle Eye. Still like those 2 movies. Big action, big set pieces, big effects. I like Josh Duhamel and Tyrese in those flicks. But then it started with Transformers 3, and I tried to like it. I'm like, no, I don't like this movie. This humor, this bullshit. And then they did the 4th one with Marky Mark and his Funky Bunch. I'm like, no, this is more horse shit. And then Michael Bay fucked over the Ninja Turtles. They fucked over my guys. Fucking raped them in the ass with a corn cob filled with spit. And I was spit in Michael Bay's face for producing those piece of shit Ninja Turtle movies, both of them. One could suck my left nut, one could suck my right nut, and then they both can suck my asshole. Fuck those ninjas. And because I felt like this is penance for me for liking those 2 fucking Transformer movies. This is penance for me. Just Michael Bay infected the Ninja Turtles and made those 2, produced those 2 piece of shit movies that feel so much like these fucking shitty Transformer movies. And then I try to rewatch the Transformer movies, and all I can think about is the fucking shitty jokes, the fucking shit humor, the fucking lead characters not being the title characters. Megan Fox, who's in the fucking Ninja Turtle movies, fuck Megan Fox, she can't fucking act. She could act in a fucking porno movie, let alone in an actual movie. And fucking porno actress April O'Neil is a better actress than Megan Fox. And then I just watch them and it just reminds me of what the fuck happened with Ninja Turtles. And I fuck you, Transformers. Fuck you, Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen. Fuck all them motherfuckers. Fuck them. Up the dick holes. Fuck them. So, there you go. Films I used to hate but don't anymore: The Chainsaw Massacre remake, Ninja Assassin, Soldier, Mission to Mars, 6th Day, Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters, Specialist Assassins, Van Helsing, Leader Extraordinary Gentleman, Films in the Middle, Phantom Menace, films I used to like but don't, 2017 TMNT movie, Red Planet, Lost World, Jurassic Park 2, Cop Out, Good Day to Die Hard, Spider-Man, and the Transformers movies, the first two. Gotta get something to drink. But either way, thanks for watching. It's a different kind of video. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.